So we're talking about core values?
Core values. What do you really believe in, or purpose that guides your life?
Well, I am probably fundamentally a person of faith. That is my core value. And I'm not here to tell my biography, and you're not here to listen to it. But if you know anything about it or you look it up later, I've been through my ups and downs, and I rediscovered faith, 20, 22 years ago, something like that. Perhaps I should say that I had a very successful career in government, Wall Street for a while, and then became an incurable abuser of alcohol and drugs. This went back to the early 1990s. And with a lot of help from a lot of people, including professionals, I managed to transform my life, again with the help of a lot of people. And that's a big part of my life. I pray every morning, I meditate every morning, and the really good news about that story is I'm sober and clean now almost 22 years, and first of all, I did it to survive. Second of all, I did it as a public service. And third of all, I did it because I didn't want to lose my wife. So I take no particular credit for it. I just did it. Lots of people do it. And I'm very active in 12-step programs, and I'm also very active in the Catholic Church on many different levels. So faith is a big part of my life. Beyond that, as we warm up and have our discussions and get into politics, I'm a great believer in freedom, enormous believer in freedom, whether it's economic freedom, personal freedoms, with limits perhaps. And I also believe in equal opportunity, I guess I'll put it. That's a vague term nowadays. But I was kind of a student or acolyte of the late Congressman Jack Kemp. And we were all from I don't know whether we were the liberal wing of the Republican Party or the supply side wing of the Republican Party, but we believe that everybody should be equal before the law, without discrimination, and we should all be at the starting line, as I say, with equality. Not the finish line necessarily, but the starting line. That's always been a core belief. I am, I might add, a former Democrat, which might interest you. And I left the Democratic Party in 1980 when I went to work for Ronald Reagan as one of his budget deputies. My last Democratic boss was former Senator, the late Daniel Patrick Moynihan, who taught me a lot. A lot of Moynihan people went into the Reagan administration. And I've always come to believe, now, Ronald Reagan was a Democrat, longtime Democrat. He used to tell us he voted for FDR 4 times, and he voted for Harry Truman once. And I voted Democrat for many years. And my book is about JFK and Reagan. And of course, JFK was a Democrat. And I've come to believe that in order to be a good Republican, quote unquote, you really have to be a Democrat to start off with. It's the only way to really understand that story. And I don't mean to be cryptic or elliptical, but I actually believe that. You kind of have to go through certain things in order to understand certain things.